Survival. Life was treacherous. Suicide on my precipice. Eliminate our leaders and they demonize the rest of us. Ridicule our culture, then they imitate the rest of us. Separate our structure so our parents can't invest in us. I love my little queen with everything I possess. When you start to seek perfection, take a breath and profess. Your spirit's immaculate and God created you blessed. With seeds already planted, cultivate your success. Built on principles and protected by my convictions. Empowered by my goal and focused on my fair precision. Protect my family regardless of the conditions. Accept the penalties that come partner with my decisions. Blessed to be your father. It's an honorable mission. I'm your leader and your guide. I can't succumb to the tension. They'll provide, so we'll divide, but you'll need all my attention. So I recollect the triggers that leave me short of my vision. My love is predicated by who I would ever die for. My growth, caring enough to live more, recalibrating limits, and remember that you mean more than summers clutching tears on your mother's floor. Foolish in my nature, selfish with my life's wish, changing my behavior, or it's you left to devices, reaching me through prayer for a hug and a goodnight kiss, retching in despair and consumed by all your vices. Evaluate my character, compare the choices to the prices. The wisdom registers can give my time to the unrighteous. Teach you to think critically, not to simply react. Love all your cultures equally, but don't forget that you're black. We love you, unadulterated, and protect you from the infatuated, clandestine and fabricated. You feel love, we won't invalidate it. I'll equip you with the foresight to navigate through hard rights. Trust yourself and shine bright, even in your twilight. Consumed by adverse insights, just pain from their own play. Respect yourself, stand upright. Te amo, you give my soul life. Good evening. Oh, sun-kissed. I'm MōZayic. This is our live for tonight. Ooh, this is Past the Moon Through the Stars. I think it's actually episode 22 tonight. We're kind of just going in. Wasn't really expecting to do this, but let's go ahead and kick it with the not business rules, the housekeeping. So right here, what I do here tonight, during this kind of series is really run through my vocals for live performances that I want to do. Again, anyway. Just go through my times of tempos, tones, things that I've learned and I'm still learning along the way, things that I feel naturally represent me. I just realized that crocodile is right there. We're moving. That's what I do here. It's real. It's a vibe. It's a space. I just get stuff off my chest with it. Part of this journey also includes wanting to branch out and meet new people, new creative types, people who just love the positive energy anyway. You don't have to necessarily right to be here, but I appreciate anyone who has been here. Thank you for everyone who's newly joined. Thank you everyone who's been here before. And if you are here now or in the future, thank you for the time you have given to me. So, it's been a bitch. I'll say that much. But it always is, isn't it? Or at least a good amount of the time. So, I think we're going to go through that one again. Just because I feel like it. All right. Oh, I do want to say, let me go ahead and get this out the way now. Yes, as I normally tell people, I do listen to music sometimes when I'm vibing between songs, not when I'm doing them anymore. Not songs, through poems, not what I'm doing anymore. My most recent poem was the one you just heard, Sun-Kissed. If you would like to listen to them, please do. Please be welcome to anything that I have posted here. I have a playlist of everything that is done. It's called Verbal Mosaics. Those are my poems that represent me as a person, who I am, my journey, which are all true stories. And that's where you can find them. And even through time, you'll see what I have, which is called more of a mastered series. And that's where you're going to find the ones that I've really just applied new things to old poems. Anything I'm working on now is not going to be out here like this until it's actually done. Without further ado, let me get some more water and do this. Oh, the other playlist is called Past the Moons and Through the Stars. So please feel free to chime in whenever you want to. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know where you're from. And thanks to anybody who actually stops by for these. Like, this is really for me to just, interact and work on my stuff. And the fact that people sit 15, 20, 30 minutes, 45 minutes through these long things is pretty cool. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate anyone who's just, like I said, I just appreciate your time. Let me back up. Survival. Life was treacherous. Suicide on my precipice. Eliminate our leaders, then they demonize the rest of us. Ridicule our culture, then they imitate the rest of us. Separate our structure so our parents can't invest in us. I love my little queen with everything I possess. When you start to seek perfection, take a breath and profess. Your spirit's immaculate and God created you blessed. With seeds already planted, cultivate success. Built in principles and protected by my convictions. Empowered by my goal and focused on my fair precision. Protect my family regardless of the conditions. Accept the penalties that come partner with my decisions. Blessed to be your father. It's an honorable mission. I'm your leader and your guide. I can't succumb to the tension. They'll provide, so we'll divide, but you'll need all my attention. So I recollect the triggers that leave me short in my vision. My love is predicated by who I would ever die for. My growth, caring enough to live more, recalibrating limits, and remember that you mean more than summer's clutching tears on your mother's floor. Foolish in my nature, selfish with my life's wish. Changing my behavior, or it's you left to devices, reaching me through prayer for a hug and a good night kiss, retching in despair and consumed by all your vices. Evaluate my character, compare the choices to the prices. The wisdom registers can give my time to the unrighteous. Teach you to think critically, not to simply react. Love all your cultures equally, but don't forget that you're black. We love you, unadulterated, help protect you from the infatuated, clandestine and fabricated. You feel love, we won't invalidate it. I'll equip you with the foresight to navigate through hard fights. Trust yourself and shine bright, even in your twilight. Consumed by adverse insights, just pain from their own plight. Respect yourself, stand upright. Te amo, you give my soul life. Ooh, so things I've learned. I don't think I normally do point them out, but things I've learned as of late, which I think the last 2 times, is sitting the fuck back. Okay. It sounds good, but it sounds better when I'm back there. And I get used to wanting to hear my voice, but that's at the sacrifice of, you know, more of the pop. And I don't want to get a pop filter because it just kind of fucks up. I feel like it doesn't really go with the aesthetic of what I'm trying to do here. And it's not it. So sit back. Even when I'm not on video, I started doing them sitting back and I'll just listen to them. And you can feel it kind of like, dribbling. Start doing with your eyes closed, not necessarily presenting with my eyes closed, but doing it in a way where you just trust the process. You trust and what just feeling it out. You're not actively looking to see where the ball is, but you're feeling it out. You're feeling it out. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm some kind of artist majeur. I don't know if that's the right word. I don't really care. But see, it's like that. However, I know for me, who I want to be, who I am as an artist, who I am, so on and so forth in that space. I'm pretty sure right now it does say no, it doesn't even matter. Oh, talking about community. I do like want to branch out. I have so many other ideas, and I think I might have come across 1 or 2 people. So that's pretty cool. That's what I like to do. I'm from this area, the DC, Maryland, Northern Virginia area, and I think I want to do that one more time because I'm really feeling MōZayic, and I'm feeling I need to get that out and do the story behind MōZayic. And then we're gonna do tonight is a little different. We're gonna just run through shit. So MōZayic, and then we're gonna keep going one more time. Let's do it. Survival. Life is treacherous. Suicide on my precipice. Eliminate our leaders, then they demonize the rest of us. Ridicule our culture, then they imitate the rest of us. Separate our structure so our parents can't invest in us. I love my little queen with everything I possess. When you start to seek perfection, take a breath and profess. Your spirit's immaculate, and God created you blessed. With seeds already planted, cultivate your success. Built on principles and protected by my convictions. Empowered by my goal and focused on my fair precision. Protect my family regardless of the conditions. Accept the penalties that come partner with my decisions. Blessed to be your father. It's an honorable mission. I'm your leader and your guide. I can't succumb to attention. They'll provide, so we'll divide, but you'll need all my attention. So I recollect the triggers that leave me short in my vision. My love was predicated by who I would ever die for. My growth, caring enough to live more, recalibrating limits, and remember that you mean more than summer's clutching tears on your mother's floor. Foolish in my nature, selfish with my life's wish. Changing my behavior, or it's you left to devices, reaching me through prayer for a hug and a good night kiss, retching in despair and consumed by all your vices. Evaluate my character, compare the choices to the prices. The wisdom registers can give my time to the unrighteous. Teach you to think critically, not to simply react. Love all your cultures equally, but don't forget that you're black. We love you, unadulterated. Help protect you from the infatuated, clandestine and fabricated. You feel love, we won't invalidate it. I'll equip you with the foresight to navigate through hard fights. Trust yourself and shine bright, even in your twilight. Consumed by adverse insights, just pain from their own plight. Respect yourself, stand upright. Te amo, you give my soul life. MōZayic. I mean, MōZayic. Sun kissed. I have him. Pardon me. I definitely forgot him. Thank you for hanging out for these 10 minutes. Sun kissed. That was important to me. Obviously, all of them important. That one specifically about my daughter, obviously. And the changes I had to make as a man that I really wanted to make and continue to try to fix, and not fix, but evolve with as a man, not just as a man, but as her father. Okay. My daughter is the sunlight of my life. That's not what it's called this, but actually, it's one of the reasons. That's where that poem came from. I remember her existence was a planned existence. Through that process, the pre-birth process, I wanted to be a better man. There were things in my character that I wanted to fix as a man. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm the toughest man in the world at all, but family, family. I always say I'm willing to jump out a window for family. I don't really say that because I feel like that's corny, but that was my weakness. And I like to. So when saying that, I kind of hesitated on making that one because I'm like, man, I'm letting people know what my vulnerability is. And I kind of live by not letting people know where I'm most vulnerable. But then I was like, that's stupid because duh, that's your daughter. You know what I'm saying? So within that, that's how this poem came to be. I wanted to be better in that space of where my temper was. I'm really slow to anger. I'm really slow to get there, but with family, I'm very, no, this is just no. But what it teaches me through the processes of being this beautiful spirit in my life that I'm blessed enough to help guide and protect through life is how to be more patient in those spaces because I can't help her if I'm dead or in prison. I cannot be there for her. If her life's not in danger, then what am I doing? There is nothing that I cannot remove ourselves from that is worth her not having me here. So I knew I had to fix that. I had to work on that. And that's how we get sun-kissed for the most part. Ooh, Lord, that was heavy. Let's turn the tones. Mm. Hold on, let me make that bigger. There we go. 3 a.m. professing, smitten, and I'm begging. Red eye TNY just for a little piece of heaven. Frosted tip lips baptized, what a blessing. Every time I get to taste her inner thigh, I'm obsessing. Line my throat with your hands to tell line my throat with your hands to tell your commands. Your eyes connect with mine, I'm introduced to your plan. Grasping on my waist because I'm grasping on your waist because I'm lost in your wealth. You pin my hands back, so I keep my hands to myself. When you sway with intention, breaking down the suspension, confessing your conditions, tremors from your afflictions, crippled from your addiction, coming into remission, then I put you into submission. We're in a battle of attrition. Read my body language and gauge how much I'm poignant. Hands across your body, and by the way my legs are pointed. As lost in the abyss, stimulated bliss, a halt in your breathing, I'm catching tears on your lips. I adjust my rate of speed, decipher all your needs. As open as we leap, I venture more into the deep. Reaching down for your throne, peeling back your collarbone. Friction turns your vocal tones, then you start to ebb and flow. Bracing for how my pelvis rolls and impact my angles toll. Through the depths I control, I'm gonna pull it from your soul. Onto my soliloquy. I kiss towards your divinity and keep my eyes open as I find my serenity. Few things mean more to me, God, some kids and family, than head trips from your ecstasy. When I'm in between your knees, you guide my head. When I'm in between your knees, you guide my head intently. When I'm in between your knees, to remember your flavor vividly, you guide my head intently and tell you what you did to me. Eliminate the metaphors, rip the knob off the door, destroy the handles on my drawer. While spreading love, I implore. Your supple honey couture, insatiable. I want more like I never had you before. I'll never feel you no more. But strange on your vocal cords, cover all your contours until you're shaking from your core, evacuating to the floor. I'm dedicated to these nights out, predicated on your whiteout, eviscerating any new doubt, collapsing on me, lights out. VO4. Pardon me for not being right. So that one, actually, fuck all that. Things we're gonna stop doing. Pardon me. This is when you Talk about it. How we get there without snitching. Okay. All of these are anecdotal. Every last one of them. But I like to believe that I write them in ways that everyone can still enjoy them. But the people that they're about know that it's about them. Generally speaking, I think like 95% are about the same person, but still. That one right there. I love that because, oof, I know for me when I write sexual poems, I don't know. Don't get me wrong. Clearly, I cuss. When I write sexual content, I don't like to be too cheap, so I don't want to cheat my way to what I'm saying. So I'm not gonna say stuff like ass and so on and so forth. Blah, 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 blah. That's easy. I need to dig deeper. Even now, I still want to dig deeper. I feel like I got something more in there and how I want to work what I'm saying. And I want to keep painting pictures with my words. Thus, while they're called, excuse me, mosaics, verbal mosaics. I don't know if y'all couldn't hear me when I backed up. I need to pay attention to that. My bad. So that's why we call it that. Ooh, 3 a.m. professed and smitten, and I'm begging. Red eye to NY just for a little piece of heaven. Frosted tip lips baptized. What a blessing. Every time I get to taste your inner thigh, I'm obsessing. True story. I actually write these to music all the time. However, comma, well, all I do is slow them down. So I do everything. Everything. I'm so hip hop in my life, in my upbringing that that it helps me keep a cadence and pace to listen right to music. And then what I do is slow the motherfucker down until it fits what I'm trying to do. And then it makes sense. Then I find the nuances between spoken word and hip hop. Well, I say spoken word and rap because I think it all comes from the hip hop tree. Okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with rapping at all. I love rap. However, I feel like they're just two different disciplines, two different beauties in their own right. It's almost like track and I would say, well, it's almost like the 100 meter and 200 meter. Ain't nothing wrong with it, baby. They're both amazing, but and some people can do both. But I just do spoken word. All right, let's keep it going. Mm. Well, I tell you, like sometimes I'm a sexual person, but I'm not belligerent. I'm not like I have class. We'll put it that way. And that's literally what I like to do. That's how I get a lot of that energy out in a positive way, where there's nothing at risk. Life, the streets. Ugh. But yeah, that's how it goes. I'm over here joking tonight. I don't know. It's funny because I'm going through so much right now, and I'm like struggling. But it don't matter because we're here tonight. Thank you for hanging out. It's almost been 20 minutes. I know I said I was gonna run through them, but bleh. While you're here, please do not be afraid to let me know how you're feeling. If you don't like it, you don't like it. It's art. Art's relative, baby. It's all right. You can like, you can dislike, subscribe, notifications, all that beautiful stuff. What does my love for you mean? It's consistent love without nerves or intimidation. Even when you fill me with frustration. Conviction laced every word in your evaluation. How you created Conviction laced every word in your evaluation. How he created our world, his manifestation, and how you're drunk on our love and its permeation. That you feel safe and assured in that elevation. But when I saw you just pour out that hesitation, I was shattered to core with your reservations. Again, you double back on your direction, stumbling on the stairs of dedication, roundabout with your words and participation. Your misconceptions of worth from my soul's affection, as if God may avert upon our selection. I'm learning the root and the depth of within my frustration. Your little wealth. I have to be patient. Let me see if I did that one because this one I haven't practiced as much, and I need to. No, this is. Let me do this real quick before I go back into what I'm doing. Something I've also learned, at least for me, having the words readily available if I'm looking at them no less, it kind of hinders me because it's like training wheels. Not even training wheels, just it's like a weight that's holding me back. It's nice to have it there, but it takes away from the energy I can put elsewhere. So what we're gonna do is do this. Consistent love without nerves or intimidation. Even when you fill me with frustration. Conviction laced every word in your evaluation. How he created our world, his manifestation, and how you created our world, his manifestation. No. We're gonna do it this way because I want to do it right. Consistent love without nerves or intimidation. Even when you fill me with frustration. Conviction laced every word in your evaluation. How he created our world, his manifestation, and how you're drunk on our love and its permeation. That you feel safe and assured in our elevation. But when I saw your tears pour, I felt hesitation. When I saw your tears pour, I felt hesitation. I was shattered to the core with your reservations. Again, you double back in your direction, stumbling on the stairs of dedication, roundabout with your words and participation, as if, hold on, roundabout with your words, your misconception of worth for my soul's affection, roundabout with your words, with words, participate, roundabout with your words and roundabout with man, my mouth is dry as fuck. Goodness, that's what's going on right now. Sometimes when I fuck up, it's because my mouth is dry. But I'll be so keyed into wanting to do it and get through it that I'm like, dog. But sometimes I get, it's good practice because you never know if you're not going to have water. So there's that. Consistent love without nerves or intimidation. Even when you fill me with frustration. Conviction laced every word in your evaluation. How he created our world, his manifestation, and how you're drunk on our love and its permeation, that you feel safe and assured in our elevation. But when I saw your tears pour, I felt hesitation. I was shattered to core with your reservations. Again, you double back on your direction, stumbling on the stairs of dedication. I don't like that. Consistent love without nerves or intimidation, even when you fill me with frustration. Consistent love without, you know what? If no. Consistent love without nerves or intimidation, even when you fill me with frustration. Conviction laced every word in your evaluation. How he created our world, his manifestation. How you're drunk on our love and its permeation. But when I saw your tears pour, I felt hesitation. I was shattered to core with your reservations. Again, you double back on your direction, stumbling on the stairs of dedication. Roundabout with your words and participation, your misconception of worth for my soul's affection, as if God made a word upon our selection. I learned the root and the depth of my, as if God may have word upon our selection. Anyway, I need to make these words bigger. So I was doing all right. Hold on. As if God may have word upon our selection. I learned the root and the depth of my animation. I found the truth in myself within the frustration. You're my ocular wealth. I have to be patient. In my spiritual journey, I found validation. I can't seem to deter from its maturation. As much as it hurts from the situation, I end up loving you more every variation. Like if you came in this world another complexion or full figure, Lord, you would never question. Just let me love and adore every incarnation. My life is enamored by yours. With that, my life is enamored by yours. With damn it, what is that? My life is enamored by yours without limitations. Let me do that. In my spiritual journey, in my spiritual, hold on. Back at him. In my spiritual journey, I found validation. I can't seem to deter from its maturation. As much as it hurts from the situation, I end up loving you more every variation. Like if you came in this world another complexion or full figure the Lord, you would never question. Just let me love and adore every incarnation. My life is enamored by yours without limitations. I'm basking in your butterscotch tone and its brilliance. Karma coated eyes, I've been lost since you fed my soul by the church. You were God sent. And every time you left, I couldn't make sense. Surrendered all my logic. I was convinced to love you all as you are. My soul was intent. Oh, goodness, what was the next part? My soul was intent. When evolution was due, I couldn't prevent. And every version of you is where my love went, hitting every single sector of my soul with precision. Any given day, you're my emotional provisions, hitting every single sector of my soul with precision. Any given day, you're my emotional provisions. Within Paramount, I praise all of his decisions. Within Paramount, I praise all of his decisions. While I figure out why he cements you in my vision, and that's pure love. Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious me. Let's do that one again. Fuck that. I wasn't even supposed to be on this song. I was gonna do meditation at 10. Might have to do it super late because we got work to do. And this is what I need tonight. This is where I want to be tonight. This is who I want to see tonight. So this is what we're gonna do tonight. Let's get back to it. Consistent love without nerves or intimidation. Even when you fill me with frustration. Conviction laced every word in your evaluation. How he created our world, his manifestation, and how you're drunk in our love and its permeation. What does it go? Consistent love without nerves or intimidation. Even when you fill me with frustration. Conviction laced every word in your evaluation. How you feel safe in his world. How he created our world, his manifestation, and how you're drunk in our love and its permeation, that you feel safe and assured in our elevation. But when I saw you just pour, I felt when I saw you just pour, I felt hesitation. I like that. I like that. That was good. This is why we practice, baby. And I need to stop leaning forward because I'm so used to it. Consistent love without nerves or intimidation. Even when you fill me with frustration, conviction laced every word in your evaluation. How he created our world, his manifestation, and how you're drunk in our love and its permeation, that you feel safe and assured at elevation. But when I saw you just pour, I felt hesitation. I was shattered to core, but when I saw you just pour, I felt hesitation. I like that. I like that. I messed it up again. Consistent love without nerves or intimidation. Even when you fill me with frustration, conviction laced every word in your evaluation. How he created our world, his manifestation. How you're drunk on our love and its permeation. That you feel safe and assured in that elevation. But when I saw you just pour, I felt hesitation. I was shattered to core with your reservations. Again, you double back on your direction, stumbling on the stairs of dedication. Roundabout with your words and participation, your misconception of words from my soul's affection, as if God may have heard upon our selection. I learned the root and the depth of my animation. Oh shit. Your misconceptions of worth from my soul's affection, as if God may have heard upon our selection. I learned the root and the depth of my animation. I found the truth of myself within the frustration. You're my ocular wealth, I have to be patient. In my spiritual journey, I found validation. I can't seem to deter from its maturation. As much as it hurts from this situation, I end up loving you more every variation. Like if you came in this world another complexion or full figure, Lord, you would never question. Just let me love and adore every incarnation. My life is enamored by yours. My life is enamored. I don't like that. My life is enamored by yours without limitations. In my spiritual journey, let's do it again. In my spiritual journey, I found valid. Slow it down. Slow it down. In my spiritual journey, I found validation. I can't seem to deter from its maturation. As much as it hurts from the situation, I end up loving you more in every variation. Like if you came in this world another complexion or full figure the Lord, you would never question. Just let me love and adore every incarnation. My life is enamored by yours without limitations. And basking in your butterscotch tone and its brilliance. Caramel coated eyes, I've been lost since. You fed my soul by the church, you were God sent. And every time you left, I couldn't prevent. Surrendered all my logic, my soul was intent. Whenever when evolution was due, I couldn't make sense. And every version of you is where my love went. Hidden every single sector of my soul with precision. Within Paramount, I praise all of his decisions. Within Paramount, I praise all of his decisions. Hidden every single sector of my soul with precision. Within Paramount, I praise all of his decisions. Any given day, you're my emotional provisions, while I figure out why he cements you in my vision. And that's pure love. I like the way that ends, but I don't like the way that ends. I think I don't like the way it ends because the way I did that. There we go. Pure love. Pure love. That was a journey. That was actually about the person who most of these poems are about, when I met that person and what that initial journey was like. That's what it was. That was, to me, in that point in time, is where that was I will say, the foundation of what finding out what true love was to me. I had been in love before that, but I didn't truly love somebody like until that person. And that was the beginning. I didn't not necessarily in the moment right away. The doop 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 walk in the door, love. I don't know, but that right there was definitely yeah. I love that. So let's keep it moving. Thank you. 30 minutes. See, thank you everybody who stopped by. I appreciate you. I love you. And ooh, and yeah, I just love y'all. I'm someone who like when I say I love my friends, I love my friends. And that's just how I am. So let's keep it moving. Oh, when I say I love my friends, I love my friends. I love people. It doesn't have to be romantically. That was the point of that. Okay. Let me see. I thought I had opened all of them, but I did not. But it's okay. It's okay. I appreciate y'all nonetheless, and we're gonna get this one up. So let me go ahead and kick rap on that one. Pure Love was a little difficult for me to write because that they're all I kind of hiccup on all of them because it's that vulnerability that I'm just throwing out there, and I'm just like, fuck, do I really want to be that? Did I really want to put myself out there like that? And I almost felt that me writing that one would actually be a hindrance on my personal growth, but it was my truth, as is always the case. And that's what's really important to me. Like, I'm not really someone who feels like anyone can weaponize how I feel, but in who I am as a person, it's really important to stick to my truth. And that goes with how I write. Sometimes, like I said, I listen to music when I write. And when I write and finish, even as I'm writing sometimes, I can feel the same energy that that person is using. And even that, fuck a word, fuck the cadence. It's even the energy. If it's the same, I got to reword it because it's not me, it's them. And I need to get, it's like my therapy. That's where we're at. We're going to just do this one. While searching for my transition, while searching for my transition, they presented the different missions. They swear they have different visions and up the same renditions. I'm consumed by these illustrious delusions till due to help prevent myself from constantly alluding to you. I'm catching your projection every moment on cue. You know what? I want to try something different. I'm gonna try something. I was working on this today, and right now I'm gonna listen to Bun B. Excuse me, UGK. I was gonna say Bun B and Pimp C. UGK, Swishes and Doja, and I just need to set that vibe. I want to try this one on a different cadence, and I can't do it with any other way. Oh, here we go. They presented the different missions. There we go. I just wanted to make sure because in this song, Bun B, and in my poem, we both start off beat, and I wanted to make sure I hit it right. Okay. Okay. While searching for my transition, they presented the different missions. They swear they have different visions and up the same renditions. I'm consumed by these illustrious illusions till due to help prevent myself from constantly alluding to you. Driven projection. Up. See, I'm fucking up. All right, I gotta turn this up, y'all. So forgive me if you can hear it. Um, I don't think it'll be too much of a problem, but let me get my vibe. Let me find my vibe. Thank you for being patient. Here we go. Excuse me. Mm, okay. While searching for my transition, they presented the different missions. They swear they have different visions and up the same renditions. I'm consumed by these illustrious delusions till due to help prevent myself from constantly alluding to you. I'm catching your projection every moment on cue, collecting me in mistakes that I choose to pursue. It's not that I think you're flawless. My love for you is just lawless. You deserve a love that's dauntless. Share a strong one that's harmless. See, that's not it. I lost it. I had it. I had one earlier. See, this is what I like to do. Let me pause this for a second. This is what I like to do. So when I'm running through music later, like let's say I've already put one out, I'm running through later. I'm trying to find different ways I want to do shit. Like, is it a couplet? I think it's a couplet and triplet. Listening to music helps me do that. And there was one I was working on earlier, and I need to fucking record it when I'm doing that. But sometimes I'm just vibing in the moment, And then I'm like, I'll get to that later. I get ADHD and I'll fucking forget. Let's get back to it. We're gonna try to find it. And we'll see if y'all can figure out the difference. Okay, let me know if you can tell the difference. Mm, mm. While searching for my transition, they presented their different missions. They swear they have different visions and up the same renditions. I'm consumed by these illustrious solutions till due to help prevent myself from constantly alluding to you. I'm catching your projection every moment on cue, collecting me in mistakes that I choose to pursue. It's not that I think you're flawless, my love for you is just lawless. You deserve a love that's dauntless, you're a stronger one that's harmless. A step into destiny, I just need one wish. Grant me your promise before reality's kiss. As I descended to the depths, please find your bliss. Cherish new horizons, nothing more's on my list. How many years now have I been drowned? I don't like that. I don't like that part. See, I have not figured that out. I have not figured that out. And this is the other thing. Let me let Bun and them. Let Bun and Pimp go ahead and continue. This is my other thing. So when I do that, when I'm running it through, I won't necessarily have it. And then this is what kind of part of my process. So I'll run through the music. Yeah, like I said, even the ones I was running today, like I was running this one through. It actually started with the first poem, Sun Kiss, today, and I came to this one just to see if it would work. And keeping a cadence is makes it so much easier for me to remember. And if you listen at my oldest stuff, Lord, I didn't. It was just different. I was just more. The oldest of oldest was free verse, and I was just writing. And then I kind of progressed when I did spoken word. It just didn't have cadence. I didn't want it to do it yet. But back to this point. So when I got to using this one, I won't necessarily have it. So I'll put it down. I'm listening. I'm just trying different stuff, different ways to say what I'm saying, and then what I'll do is record it later and try to turn the music down. Or it doesn't even fucking matter if I turn it all up. I'll go through that process. Sometimes I turn it back up just so whatever. But then it sounds too sing song. But what happens with that? This is what we talk about the two different disciplines from hip hop. From the start of hip. Here we go. From the hip hop is the tree, and all these things are the branches, or even let's say poetry. So now I want to stick with culture. If culture's here and hip hop's one of the branches, whatever the fuck, we'll just go hip hop. Keep it simple. We got rap, we got spoken word. That's where I see the differences. It's not the same thing. Even my pauses, I gotta find a way to fill that because usually you throw like an ad lib in there, and I gotta find something that fits with me. I don't want to use other people's because it's not organic. I'm not gonna fucking remember. But when I came to this one, so what I would have had to do in the first part, like if you saw that I was throwing in triplets and couplets or whatever may have you, if I do that, what I do later is take the music out, slow it down. Like I said earlier, slow it down. Okay. Maybe even space it out just a little more. Find out which words to hold on to just a little longer, just so it makes sense in a spoken word space. Because in music, you have that music to fill that space. Not to say it's easier, just different. So there are trade offs with that. So let me do that part again. And I like that. So what I do is when I slow it down, if I still like it after I slow it down, then I keep that shit. Okay. I need to stop standing just squared up with y'all all the time too. I meant to start doing this. I think I did it last time. So I said like step into destiny. Actually, that was both of those parts. Hold on. Let's go back to when Bun starts. Okay. Okay. There we go. Bun. Okay. There we go. While searching for my transition, they presented their different missions. They swear they have different visions and up the same renditions. I'm consumed by these illustrious delusions till due to help prevent myself from constantly alluding to you. I'm catching your projection every moment on cue, collecting me mistakes that I choose to pursue. It's not that I think you're flawless, my love for you is just lawless. You deserve a love that's dauntless, you're a stronger one that's harmless. So yeah, I like that. Well, see, I had something for that, like a step in the destiny. I just need a wish part, but I don't remember it. So what we're gonna do is turn this music off, so because I do not like starting a poem and not finishing it, and then I'm gonna get off here for the night. Actually, I'm gonna do one more for y'all before I just dip. Ooh, there we go. While searching for my transition, they presented the different missions. They swear they have different visions and up the same renditions. I'm consumed by these illustrious illusions till due to help prevent myself from constantly alluding to you. I'm catching your projection every moment on cue, collecting me mistakes that I choose to pursue. It's not that I think you're flawless. My love for you is just lawless. You deserve a love. It's not that I think you're flawless. My love for you is just lawless. You deserve a love that's dauntless. You're a strong one that's harmless. I need to stop doing this too. I'm doing like the Drake and old school thing. I need to stop doing this. That's when you can tell I haven't practiced something. When I start doing this, I have like the same three mannerisms I'll keep doing. Practice. While searching for my transition, they presented the different missions. They swear they have different visions and up the same renditions. I'm consumed by these illustrious illusions till due to help prevent myself from constantly alluding to you. I'm catching your projection every moment on cue, collecting me mistakes that I choose to pursue. It's not that I think you're flawless. My love for you is just lawless. You deserve a love that's dauntless. You're a stronger one that's harmless. I step into destiny. I just need one wish. Grant me your promise before reality's kiss. What is it? As I descend into the depths, please find your bliss. Cherishing new horizons, nothing more's on my list. How many years now have I been drowning? Echoes of their fears have my pressure mounting. Take a pause and panic and look at my surroundings. My present is painful, but the scenery is astounding. Your emotional graduation won't require my participation. Authentic congratulations, the basis of my fascination. My love is organic, steadfast, and the truest, but honest. So it's not selfish, toxic, or fluid. Excuse me. My love is organic, steadfast, and the truest, but honest. So it's not selfish, toxic, or foolish. Your magic. May the love you share stay fluid, unrelenting. I want that spiritual love for you, even if it's not me with whom you do it. Goa. Now that one is about going through this life and trying to evolve, continuing to evolve. Excuse me. It's emotionally, personally, mentally, shit like that. And really establishing how I feel. And the biggest key point I think that led into this is like a recurring theme through this journey of my life. Let's say specifically pertaining to love in this circumstance that I'm talking about in this poem, is the fact that I'm gonna love you regardless. I love you enough to want you to be happy, you know? Even without that in life, even without, if that person's destiny is what it is, I still want that as long as you want that. I don't want to get in the way because that's what you want. That's what you need. That's who you are. And I respect that. And I wouldn't want anything different just because how I feel. Because I love you enough to want you to feel that the love, that's at least that strong of love back, even if it's not for me. And that's how I am, you know? I've always felt like that. It wasn't like I didn't initially, but sometimes it takes a while to, really put those words together and express that, And oh, another part of the trip was that I learned from this was when I was doing that swishes and doja today. It's my love is step. How did the song? Okay, let me play the song. See if I can catch the beat with it. Oh, here, that's perfect. Here we go. No, 3. My love is organic, steadfast, and the truest, but honest. So it's not selfish, toxic, or foolish. Your magic. May the love you share stay fluid. So it doesn't necessarily fit perfectly. That's another thing. Generally speaking, depending on if a beat is whatever, I would have to change what I'm writing in the first place just so it fits. But again, I'm more of the. It's like words in music and dating. Sometimes they go together, sometimes they don't. And I'm not going to necessarily. I still want to keep the spirit of what I'm writing. So there's that. But that was what this poem's about. That growth. I mean, I was never vindictive about it. It was just putting it into words. And it actually all started with your emotional graduation won't require my participation. Authentic congratulations, the basis of my fascination. So when I found out, the truth of my reality was different than what it was, I was still happy. And that's when I like to do introspectives, even though I have this new information in front of me. How do you feel? And I genuinely still love that person for who she is. but enough to let her live her life. What does that mean for me? I don't know. I've had people ask me all the time. Anyone I've been out with to any extent, to in any capacity, they know who this person is for the vast majority of them anyway. And they generally the question is, so what do you do? So do you feel like no? I'm a romantic, as y'all can tell from my work. And what that means is when I feel different, I feel different. What I usually tell people is when God deems it for me to feel different, then I'll feel different. Until then, I will live my truth in all things, not just love, but what I do for work, what I do for anything. Just live your truth. Why? Because the day I realized that, now here I go on a tangent. The day I realized years and years and years ago, I'm 34, this is in my 20s. Was that whatever? That was in my, what, it doesn't matter. Case in point is the day I realized I'm already fighting. I'm fighting again. I'm already fighting this fight every day. Emotional, to this emotional, like this journey of my emotions and the growth. I want to get out of it. What I'm not going to do is lie to myself and make it that much more difficult. When I realized that I'm going to just live my truth, you do love that woman. Just admit it. Look at myself in the mirror, so I can look at myself in the mirror and live my truth and be that person and have a overall code and the principles under the code that I live by. Being true, being honest, even with myself, even about that across the board. When I did that, I'm gonna tell y'all, shit got a lot easier. Still fucking sucks, still hurts, still hard. Got a lot easier than it was though, because I was lying to myself. And that is what Goa is. Goa is actually a location in India, but it's like a beachfront like city. A city with a beach, we'll say that way in India. So yeah. All the titles also mean something that the people with that they are the inspiration of the poems know what it means. Granted, Sunkissed is about my daughter. You know, the title is about my daughter because I feel sun-kissed by her existence. But it's also got another meaning to it. I'll just leave it at that. I don't explain the meanings to my poems. So that's one I like to keep for myself and whoever knows them. Let's keep going. Swishes and doja, big bodies. Also, I don't necessarily know the words to a lot of stuff, but I'll sing it anyway. I don't necessarily hit the notes ever, but guess who's singing it anyway? So, welcome to my space. What am I going to leave y'all with today? Mm. Nope, that one's depressing. Swishes and doja. You know what? Let's finish tonight where we started. It's almost been an hour. Golly, that was not the plan. Let's finish tonight where we started. Okay. Thank you. I love y'all. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for anyone who comes by later. Thanks for the time you've given me. And I appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Let's kick it. Let's go. Let me turn this music off. Sorry, allergies. Survival. Hold on. There we go. Survival. Life is treacherous. Suicide on my precipice. Eliminate our leaders and they demonize the rest of us. Ridicule our culture, then they imitate the rest of us. Separate our structure so our parents can't invest in us. I love my little queen with everything I possess. When you start to seek perfection, take a breath and profess. Your spirit's immaculate and God created you blessed. With seeds already planted, cultivate your success. Built in principles and protected by my convictions. Empowered by my goal and focused on my fair precision. Protect my family regardless of the conditions. Accept the penalties that come partner with my decisions. Blessed to be your father. It's an honorable mission. I'm your leader and your guide. I can't succumb to attention. They'll provide, so we'll divide, but you'll need all my attention. So I recollect the triggers that leave me short of my vision. My love is predicated by who I would ever die for. My growth, caring enough to live more, recalibrating limits and remember that you mean more than someone's clutching tears on your mother's floor. Foolish in my nature, selfish with my life's wish. Changing my behavior or it's you left to devices. Reaching me through prayer for a hug and a goodnight kiss. Retching in despair and consumed by all your vices. Evaluate my character, compare the choices to the prices. The wisdom registers can give my time to the unrighteous. Teach you to think critically, not to simply react. Love all your cultures equally, but don't forget that you're black. We love you, unadulterated, and protect you from the infatuated, clandestine, and fabricated. You feel love, we won't invalidate it. I'll equip you with the foresight to navigate through hard rights. Trust yourself and shine bright, even in your twilight, consumed by adverse insights, just pain from their own play. Respect yourself, stand upright. Te amo. Give my soul life. Sunkissed. I'm MōZayic. Thanks for spending the night with me. Hold on. Actually, no. We're gonna do this properly. We're gonna really vibe for this exit, yo. Like I'm not just dipping on this one. Oh, ooh. We're gonna leave too. I know. By Genuine. Not gonna obviously hear it. I'm gonna do a legitimate goodbye tonight. Thank you, everybody, for spending any amount of time with me tonight. This has really meant a lot. It's gonna keep going. Treat each other with love. Don't just be nice, be good. There's a difference between good and nice. Nice people let bad people do things all the time. But I love you. I appreciate you. Appreciate your time. But don't forget to be good to yourself. Don't forget to be patient with yourself. While you remember your humanity for other people. Remember for yourself too. All right? You're a good person. I know that. I know you have your story too. You should tell it. If you're not ready, you're always safe here. Because I'll tell mine. And I hope that you become comfortable in my space, which will be our space, which will be even better because you're here. Because you decided to share with me and give me some of your energy. And I appreciate that. That really does help me go through my situations, my circumstances, my testaments. And because of that, you're helping me grow to be a better person too and evolve. And so I want to say thank you. I'm not just saying thank you for showing up. I'm saying thank you for being part of that evolutionary journey I'm going through and helping me be a better man just by existing in my space. I love y'all. Appreciate you. And I hope to see you next time. Good night.